that makes Disney look like a bully and Marvel look like a bully, and they definitely don't want that. Hi, and welcome to Flawsome Talk. I'm Kjersti Flaa, and here on my channel, I talk about my good and bad experiences in Hollywood and working as an entertainment reporter. So after yesterday's video, I made a t-shirt. It's for sale in my Etsy store for $23. So if you are interested in that, I'll leave a link in the description. So yeah, thank you guys for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. You always leave such supportive and nice comments for me. And thanks for all the tips again. You guys are amazing. I wouldn't be able to do this without you. So please keep them coming. So, oh gosh, I don't know where to start anymore. There's so much going on and it's just getting crazier and crazier. I was thinking yesterday, I couldn't sleep and I was laying in bed thinking like, it's interesting what's happening right now because the way I see it, everything that Blake Lively is doing right now proves that the smear campaign against her was organic because the reactions she's getting from people online right now and from some media outlets that are being honest, it's pretty outrageous. She's getting so much criticism and she can't blame it on Justin Baldoni. This is her own doing. And to me, if I were a lawyer, I would definitely use this against her. How can she claim that all the backlash she was experiencing during the It Ends With Us promotion was because of Justin Baldoni's smear campaign that he orchestrated against her when it's 10 times worse when she's promoting Another Simple Favor? Is she going to blame this on him, that the first smear campaign worked so well that she can't come back from it? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. And this can't be anything but really bad for her. Who is advising Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively? They've been out and about nonstop this last week. I think yesterday she was wearing 3 different outfits. She was out again promoting Another Simple Favor at this pasta food event with the rest of the cast. It was funny because I saw Henry Golding was posting a video from it and he was recording Paul Feig and Anna Kendrick. And I saw in the comment section, people were like, wasn't Blake there? Well, she was, of course. She wouldn't miss anything in the world right now for not being included with this cast and being in the public eye. But he left her out. People were commenting on it. So he gets it. Stay away from Blake Lively. She is like kryptonite right now. So my point is, this just proves that all the backlash she was feeling back then was organic. And it just weakens her case every time she steps out of the house pretending to be happy, and being successful and showing that she is not suffering any harm whatsoever. It just proves again that it's just so bad for her case. And the thing is, every time they walk out together, they're holding hands. They're like, look at us, we're such a happy couple. And every time she's wearing a new outfit, and this particular paparazzi shot, it's so staged. These things are so staged. I'm sure that their reps are calling the pops every time that they walk out of the house. I don't know where she was going wearing this outfit. It doesn't say in the article that I found in Daily Mail, but it's so obvious that it's just a show. It's a parade right now, and it's not working. Also, someone mentioned something to me a couple of times in an email, and I was just wondering, I haven't seen these facts anywhere, so I was wondering if anyone's heard about this or if there's any, sources on this to actually validate this, that the person that attacked Blake Lively's mother that she was talking about in that speech at the Time 100 gala was a woman. I noticed also when I listened to the speech that she didn't mention that it was a man. But if it was a woman that tried to take her mom's life, I think the story the story is very different from what we were sold to believe. I don't know if it's true. So you guys, please, if anyone knows anything about that, please let me know. It would be interesting, and I think it lays another and I think it adds another layer to that whole performance that she did, where she was using her mom as the victim. And yeah. Another big story right now is how Marvel is now being dragged into all of this because Brian Friedman wants to subpoena them. Marvel, who's owned by Disney, do not want that. Obviously, I think this could be so bad for them if he can prove in any documents that they had that they're in their knowledge that they knew that Ryan Reynolds was mocking Justin Baldoni, basing the Nice Pool character on him. That makes Disney look like a bully and Marvel look like a bully, and they definitely don't want that. So they're trying everything they have in their power to avoid being subpoenaed. And now I think they're saying here that alternatively, Marvel requests that the court stay the return date of the subpoena and related documents request until after the court decides the pending motion to dismiss of counterclaims defendant Ryan Reynolds. So they want to see if Ryan Reynolds' motion to dismiss is approved, so he's out of the lawsuit. Then they say they want to wait until that happens. And I'm sure the reason why Marvel and Disney is so reluctant to show their documents regarding the Nice Bowl character is because they know it's in there. And Ryan Reynolds has already admitted that he based that character on Justin Baldoni. And he said that Justin Baldoni just have thin skin. So I'm sure Marvel knew about that. And that's gonna, as I said, make them look like bullies too. Okay, so someone sent me this. Thank you so much for sending me this. This is actually from the paper version of People magazine. I couldn't find this online and I found it so disturbing. So they're reviewing Another Simple Favor that I think most reviews that I've seen online saying that it's kind of funny for a little while and then it just gets annoying. So they're starting off saying the first Simple Favor from 2018 was a playful mystery, most notable for casting lovely, languid Blake Lively as a cynical, devious clothes horse named Emily. And the fact is, they're not adding these adjectives to Anna Kendrick when they're talking about her, especially not in this introduction of the review. It's just so obvious to me what they're doing, and everyone is noticing too. And you see it every time someone posts, every time an outlet posts something on social media about Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, the comment sections are exploding. There are maybe one or two people there that are like, oh, they look beautiful or nice or whatever. And the rest is just like slaughtering them. Also, I was watching Popcorn Planet and Andy this morning, and he had some juicy tea to share. You should go over and check his latest video there where he talks about how he interviewed some of the crew for It Ends With Us for his documentary that he made that I am also a part of. A lot of the creators here online are a part of his documentary about It Ends With Us and about the drama. And he had talked to a few of the cast members or crew, and they told him that the fact that Blake Lively saying that Justin Baldoni wanted to kiss her so much is completely false, due to especially one thing that they'd noticed, that Blake Lively was bothered by cold sores. And Justin Baldoni did not want to get those cold sores, so he was very reluctant to kissing her. And and if that's true, I don't know. I do find it a little weird that they didn't put it in the complaint if that was the fact. Maybe he didn't want to embarrass her and actually reveal that information about her. But that's pretty interesting information. And he also said that it's really hard to get people to talk on the record for his documentary because they're so scared of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. They're not scared of the lawyers. They're not scared of, being out in public and talking about it, but they're really scared of getting blacklisted in Hollywood because they're taking a stand against them. And that's why I think we haven't heard from any of them yet, except this one person who was on 60 Minutes, who was a creative that Justin Baldoni hired. And she didn't talk about Blake Lively that much, but she talked about Justin Baldoni and how she thought these claims against him had no grounds and she only had beautiful experiences with him. So I'm looking forward to his documentary to see what these people are saying, because also there's a story in Daily Mail that I found so funny, because they picked up one of my videos and made a story about one of my videos. A few days ago, I spoke about how Gigi Hadid had her 30th birthday party with her pal, or with her boyfriend, I mean, Bradley Cooper. And there was a lot of celebrities there. And I was reading today that Taylor Swift also snuck in to the party. So she was there celebrating with her friend. And as I mentioned in my episode, Gigi Hadid and Blake Lively have been close friends for many years. She was attending the Deadpool Wolverine premiere with her. I don't know if she was at It Ends With Us, the premiere as well, but they've been close. There's so many photos of them together. And the fact that she was not at her 30th birthday party, I found it really weird. And so does Daily Mail, because they keep quoting me in this story, which I find funny. It says here that Flaa thinks that, and Flaa speculated this, and Flaa says this in her podcast. So, yeah. So, thank you, Daily Mail. I appreciate that you picking up my podcast and reporting on it as well. So, as I mentioned back then, I think Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper are also really worried now that they're going to get dragged into this and be subpoenaed, because as Brian Friedman says, everyone that had anything to do with It Ends With Us might be subpoenaed. And as we know, Bradley Cooper got a special thanks at the end credits for the movie. So, of course, they want to keep a distance. And I think Taylor Swift, the fact that she went to that party as well, maybe that was a factor that, Gigi Hadid, she said to her Gigi Hadid, I don't want Blake there. Instead, Blake went to a Wrexham soccer match in Wales and flew back again the next day. Another thing that makes me believe that they're not friends anymore is the fact that Blake Lively has been very congratulative to her other friends when it's their birthdays. She congratulated her personal trainer when it was his birthday. She congratulated her hairstylist or makeup artist when it was her birthday or his birthday on her social media, on her story on Instagram. I remember seeing those. And she did not post anything about Gigi Hadid's 30th birthday. She turned 30 on April 23rd, and there was nothing on Blake Lively's social media about it. So that makes me believe that their friendship is over. Gigi Hadid, she chose Team Taylor and Travis, and they're out. Okay, guys, that's it for me. Thank you again for watching Flawsome Talk. I really appreciate all your support. And if you haven't subscribed and blah, 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 you know the drill, hit the notification bell so you don't miss an episode of Flawsome Talk. And I'll see you in my next episode. Bye.